Life has a funny way of reminding us about the importance of focusing on ourselves. It seems that we spend so much of our time thinking about other people, what they think of us, what they're doing, and where they're headed. But here's the truth. People come and go. They enter our lives, they leave, and sometimes it's hard to make sense of it all. But the real question is, where do you fit into that picture? It's easy to get caught up in the opinions of others, in the fleeting moments of companionship and support. But let's be honest. The only person you can always count on to be with you, from start to finish, is you. When you shift your focus back to yourself, that's when real transformation happens. You start to realize that you are your most important investment. You hold the power to shape your own path, to create your own future, to build the life that you want. People will come, people will go, but the one constant, the one thing you can always control, is you. And that's where your true power lies. So today, let's talk about how to shift your focus back where it belongs. Here, 5 powerful headings are: 1. The power of self-focus. Embrace your own journey. 2. Navigating life's transitions. Understanding people come and go. 3. Building your foundation. Why you are your greatest investment. 4. Letting go of external validation. Finding strength within. 5. Creating lasting change. The impact of prioritizing yourself. Explanation of one powerful heading is, let me tell you something about the power of self-focus. It's a power that many people overlook, but when you really tap into it, it becomes the foundation for everything else in your life. You see, so many of us are distracted by what's going on around us, the opinions of others, the noise of the world, the expectations placed on us by society or even friends and family. But here's the truth. If you want to create the life you desire, if you want to achieve greatness, you have to first embrace your own journey. Now think about it for a moment. How much of your time do you spend focusing on someone else's path? We get caught up comparing ourselves to others, measuring our success by their standards, chasing what they chase, and sometimes even letting their achievements make us feel inadequate. But what if instead, you spent that same energy focused on your own life? What if you stopped looking left and right, and instead focused on what's in front of you, on what you can control? Self-focus isn't about being selfish. It's about recognizing that your time, your energy, and your life are too valuable to spend worrying about things outside of your control. Every moment you waste looking at someone else's journey is a moment you're not spending on building your own. You're here for a reason, and that reason isn't to follow in someone else's footsteps. It's to carve your own path. Here's what happens when you embrace your own journey. You begin to understand that you have everything you need to create the life you want. The resources, the potential, the opportunities, everything is right there, inside you. But too often, we're so distracted by the world around us that we forget to tap into that power. We ignore our intuition, our desires, our goals, and instead we look for validation from others. But when you focus on yourself, when you put your attention on what matters most to you, you unlock a well of energy and drive that propels you forward. Imagine waking up each day with a clear sense of purpose, knowing that you're moving towards your own dreams. No more second-guessing yourself, no more feeling lost or unsure. You begin to trust yourself more, believe in your ability to make things happen, and you realize that the only opinion that truly matters is your own. When you embrace your own journey, you stop asking for permission to be who you are or do what you love. You know that the path to success is yours to define. Here's another thing to consider. People will come and go in your life. Friends, family, colleagues, they'll all come in and out of your story, some for a season, some for a lifetime, and that's okay. It's part of the process. But here's the key. Your happiness, your fulfillment, your success is not dependent on anyone else. It's about what you do for yourself, how you invest in yourself, and how much energy you put into your own growth. When you focus on your journey, you also begin to see obstacles differently. Challenges become opportunities. Failures are lessons. Every setback is just a setup for a comeback. And the best part? You don't need anyone else's approval to keep moving forward. Because when you focus on you, you recognize that you are the creator of your own story. You control the direction you take, the steps you take, and the mindset you maintain. You'll begin to realize that the power has always been inside of you. It's not in the next job, the next person, or the next achievement. It's in you. Life is full of transitions, and one of the most important lessons we can learn is that people come and go. It's a truth that can be difficult to accept at times, but it's also one of the most liberating. People enter our lives at certain moments, bring with them lessons, experiences, and opportunities for growth. Then, as time passes, they move on. Sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's expected, and sometimes it feels like the rug has been pulled out from under you. But here's the thing. Understanding that people come and go allows you to navigate life's transitions with grace, wisdom, and strength. The key to handling these transitions is recognizing that each person you encounter serves a purpose, even if that purpose is only for a season. It's easy to get attached to people, especially those who bring us comfort, joy, or a sense of belonging. But attachment can lead to expectations, and expectations, when not met, lead to disappointment. When we start to understand that people are not meant to stay forever, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of our own journey. When you face the inevitable changes in your relationships, whether it's a friend moving away, a colleague leaving, or even a romantic relationship ending, take a moment to reflect on what that person brought to your life. Acknowledge the value they added, the lessons they taught, and the memories they gave you. Then let them go with gratitude. People come and go, but the impact they have on your life doesn't have to be forgotten. The beauty of life's transitions is that they allow you to grow, adapt, and continue moving forward. Now, let's talk about the power of moving on. It's not always easy, but it's necessary. You can't stay stuck in the past, holding on to people who have moved on, just like you can't stay in a season that's already passed. You have to let go of what was and make space for what's next. When you understand that people come and go, you start to realize that life is about constant growth and evolution. There's always something new waiting for you around the corner, new people to meet, new opportunities to explore, and new lessons to learn. But here's the real beauty of it. When you understand this truth, you become less afraid of change. You stop holding on so tightly to what you thought you couldn't live without, and you open yourself up to what you don't yet know you need. Life's transitions, whether they're big or small, become opportunities for renewal. They're a chance for you to focus on your own growth, your own path, and your own potential. Remember, people will come into your life at exactly the right moment. You may not always understand why they're there, but trust that it's for a reason. And when they leave, trust that their departure creates space for new people, new relationships, and new experiences. It's all part of the flow of life. One of the most powerful things you can do during life's transitions is to trust yourself. Trust that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Trust that you can navigate the ups and downs with resilience, learning something valuable from every experience. And trust that, even when someone leaves, you are not losing anything. You are gaining the opportunity to become more of who you're meant to be. As you move through life, remember that people are just one chapter in the book of your journey. Some will stay, and some will go, but each one plays a role in shaping the person you are becoming. The beauty of life's transitions lies not in the people who come and go, but in the way you respond to those transitions. When you understand that people are not meant to stay forever, you free yourself from the burden of expectation and allow yourself to fully embrace the ever-changing nature of life. So, as you navigate through these transitions, don't hold on to what's gone. Don't resist the flow of change. Instead, embrace it. Understand that people come and go, but the lessons they bring, the wisdom you gain, and the growth you experience will stay with you, always. Life is about embracing the journey, and that means accepting the natural ebb and flow of people who enter and exit your life. Each transition is an opportunity to step into a greater version of yourself. Keep moving forward and trust that the right people will always find their way into your life when the time is right. Let me ask you a simple question. When was the last time you truly invested in yourself? I'm not talking about buying the latest gadget or going on a vacation, though those things are nice. I'm talking about investing in your growth, your skills, your mindset, and your future. You see, one of the greatest truths you'll ever come to realize is that you are your greatest investment. The foundation for everything you want in life, the life you dream about, starts with you. It starts with how much you're willing to invest in becoming the best version of yourself. It's easy to get caught up in external things, the job, the house, the relationships, the material possessions. But at the end of the day, none of those things can give you what investing in yourself can give you. When you invest in yourself, you build a foundation that supports everything else. You develop a mindset that attracts opportunities. You acquire skills that open doors. You grow into someone who is capable of handling challenges and creating success in any area of life. The question is, are you willing to make that commitment to yourself? The beauty of self-investment is that it compounds. Just like any good investment, the more you put in, the greater the return. Think about it. Every hour you spend learning something new, every minute you spend developing your personal habits, every dollar you invest in a course, a mentor, or an experience that helps you grow, it all adds up. It doesn't show immediate results all the time, but it's building something much more valuable than anything you could buy with money. It's building the person you need to become, to live the life you desire. So what does it mean to invest in yourself? It means taking the time to learn. It means reading books that challenge your thinking. It means seeking out new experiences that push you out of your comfort zone. It means investing in your health and well-being so that you have the energy and the strength to tackle your goals. It means surrounding yourself with people who support your growth, who challenge you to be better, who inspire you to reach higher. It means setting goals, working on them every single day, and holding yourself accountable. When you invest in yourself, you also build confidence. You start to see the results of your efforts, and those results breed more effort. Every small victory reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve the big ones. And it doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start. You don't have to be perfect to make progress, but you do have to be willing to start the journey of improvement. When you make the commitment to invest in yourself, you make the commitment to grow, and growth is the key to everything. Now let's be clear, building your foundation isn't always easy. It takes discipline, it takes hard work, it takes making sacrifices today for the rewards you'll reap tomorrow. But here's what you have to understand. Every investment you make in yourself is an investment in your future. You may not always see immediate results, but over time, that investment will pay off in ways you can't even imagine right now. You'll look back and realize that the effort you put in to build your foundation was the best decision you ever made. So what do you want your foundation to be? Do you want it to be built on temporary things that fade away with time? Or do you want it to be built on knowledge, skills, character, and habits that will last a lifetime? The choice is yours. The person you become is entirely up to you. And the key to becoming that person is through consistent, purposeful self-investment. You are your greatest asset. There's no one else who can do for you what you can do for yourself. You have the power to shape your future, to build your own success, and to create a life that you're proud of. It all starts with the decision to invest in yourself. So ask yourself today, what will you invest in? How will you build your foundation? Because the investment you make in yourself will determine the future you create. And I can promise you this, it will always be worth it. Let's talk about something that I believe holds many people back in life, the need for external validation. It's that constant desire for approval from others, the need to be seen, recognized, or praised for what we do. The truth is, seeking validation from outside sources can become a trap. It can keep you stuck, always dependent on what others think or say about you. But here's the liberating truth. When you let go of the need for external validation, you begin to tap into a source of strength and power that comes from within. We all want to feel seen, appreciated, and valued, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when your worth is tied to someone else's opinion, you're giving away your power.
But what if, instead of relying on the opinions of others, you chose to find your strength within? What if you decided that your value wasn't determined by how others see you, but by how you see yourself? That's where true power comes from. It comes from realizing that your worth is not dependent on anyone else's approval or recognition. It's intrinsic. It's something you get to decide for yourself every single day. The moment you stop seeking approval from others, you free yourself. You stop worrying about fitting in, about living up to someone else's expectations. You begin to create your own standards, your own goals, and your own vision for your life. And when you do that, you unlock a level of confidence and clarity that can propel you forward like nothing else. You become unstoppable because you're no longer waiting for permission to be who you are or to do what you want to do. You're doing it because it feels right to you. Now I understand it's not easy. It's natural to want to be accepted, to fit in with others, to feel like you matter. But the truth is, you matter whether someone else recognizes it or not. Your value is not something that can be measured by the applause you receive or the compliments you get. It's something that's deep inside of you. And once you start to recognize that, you stop seeking approval from the outside and start looking inward. Imagine what would happen if you stopped needing validation from others to feel good about yourself. How much freedom would that give you? You would no longer be caught in a cycle of seeking praise, but instead, you would start building confidence from within. You'd start recognizing your own strengths, your own talents, and your own potential. You'd start trusting yourself and making decisions based on what's right for you, not based on what someone else thinks you should do. Finding strength within is also about accepting your imperfections. It's about realizing that you don't have to be perfect to be worthy. We all have flaws, we all have setbacks, but that doesn't diminish who we are. The more you accept yourself, the more you can move forward with a sense of peace and self-assurance. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You are enough as you are, and when you start to believe that, you'll stop seeking external validation altogether. When you embrace the strength that comes from within, you also start to attract the right people into your life. You'll attract people who appreciate you for who you truly are, not for who you're trying to be, to meet their expectations. And those relationships will be built on authenticity, respect, and true connection, not on the need to constantly prove yourself. The greatest thing you can do for yourself is stop depending on the opinions of others to define your self-worth. When you learn to find your strength within, you tap into an inner reservoir of confidence, resilience, and power. You become the person you were always meant to be, not based on someone else's approval, but based on your own belief in yourself. So let go of that need for external validation. Stop seeking permission. Embrace the incredible strength that's already inside of you. You have everything you need to succeed, and the moment you recognize that, you'll start to see just how powerful you truly are. And when you operate from that place of inner strength, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. You said, explain heading, creating lasting change, the impact of prioritizing yourself in your life, in 650 inspiring words, in accents of Jim Rohn, without mentioning him, without any quotation marks and headings. ChatGPT said, ChatGPT, creating lasting change in your life starts with one fundamental truth. You have to prioritize yourself. I know it sounds simple, but it's one of the hardest things for many people to actually do. We spend so much of our time caring for others, meeting expectations, and fulfilling responsibilities that we forget to take care of the one person who's truly responsible for creating the life we want, you. You see, when you begin to prioritize yourself, you're making the most powerful commitment you can to your future. You're saying, I am worthy of success. I am worthy of happiness. I am worthy of making my dreams come true. And it's in that commitment, that decision to put yourself first, that the magic happens. When you prioritize yourself, you begin to shift your focus from the distractions of everyday life to what truly matters: your growth, your well-being, and your future. Now, this isn't about being selfish. It's about understanding that in order to be your best for others, you first have to be your best for yourself. If you're constantly pouring from an empty cup, eventually you'll have nothing left to give. By taking the time to fill your own cup, by investing in your health, your mind, your personal development, you ensure that you have something to offer.